Hello guys, today I'm doing the Malboro trial on the Japanese version. And just so you know, it's very different from Global's version of the Malboro fight. It's like, it's not similar at all aside from the fact that you're fighting Malboros. So the team I'm going to be using for this is Wilhelm. He'll be my physical tanker. Now, some important things you'll note for this trial is your main tank wants at least a little bit of ice and fire resist, and you want immunity to as many ailments as possible, preferably all of them. Also, your provoker needs death immunity, so we're getting that from the safety bit. Fina is going to be my healer. She does, heals, mana regen, resist buffs, re-raise. She does it all, and again, she's immune to everything. Nicole will be my support unit. He does buffs, mana regen, mitigation shield. And he's not completely immune to statuses, but he's immune to the ones that matter, except for disease. It's kind of annoying, but, I couldn't really fit. I don't have enough items to cover everything. I need more ribbons. But he's on Lakshmi Esper to do things like, charm immunity and stop immunity for the team. That's going to be important as well. Reagan is going to be a chainer, and he's geared for fire damage. He's got a fire weapon on. And he also imperils fire, which is useful for this fight. Randy is my other DPS. He'll be chaining with Reagan, and he can self-imbue fire, and he's just naturally immune to all ailments, which is very convenient. And the friend I'm bringing is Gonzi's Lid, because she's a very powerful breaker, and she has an AoE break for Phase 2. And she's geared for increased FR limit gauge, just as much as possible to be able to limit gauge every other turn, or limit burst every other turn, especially in Phase 2. Phase 1 is not important because Phase 1 is really easy. So let's get into it. So the missions are kill the King Malboro with a limit burst, summon at least 2 Espers, and no items. So this first Malboro he has very high defense. So my physical units are going to deal hardly any damage at all, and this is going to be a very slow Phase 1. I'm going to actually edit out most of Phase 1, but I'll show you, the basics that we're going to be going on. Nicole is going to buff our stats and give us mitigation. Wilhelm is going to do AoE cover. We don't need taunt the first turn because nothing bad happens on the first turn, but cover is important. And we're going to dual cast a magic and an attack break with Lid. The Malboros are immune to defense and spirit breaks, so don't bother with those. Fina, for this first turn, is just going to give us a resist buff, because we don't have provoke up, so the boss might use his ice attack on someone if we want to resist that. And then Reagan and Randy will just chain fire. That's really all they're going to be doing every single turn, unless something goes wrong. And you'll see it's going to do hardly any damage. It's going to be, this is going to be a real grind in Phase 1. That's why I'm going to edit most of it out. But Phase 2 is weak to physical and strong to magic. And Phase 2 is significantly more dangerous than Phase 1. Which is why I'm going for the safer but slower route by killing the Malboro with physical units, so that Phase 2 is easier. So this is going to be mostly just, a typical rotation. So, he does that. So we're going to just reload everything, and we're going to set, from now on, we're just going to do stats and mana with Nicole. We're going to do mana regen with Fina, and we'll do a provoke with Wilhelm. And that's going to be just basically, every single turn. We rotate cover and provoke with Wilhelm, and everyone else is going to really just repeat. Every now and then I might have to heal Wilhelm with Fina. And we're going to be grinding, 1 or 2% per turn with this setup. So some things of note is at 80, 60, there's the bad breath. It's going to do status effects, but again, it's not too bad. We're immune to all status effects except for Nicole. But at 80, 60, and 40, the boss is going to do a threshold debuff, is going to debuff all your stats by a huge amount for 10 turns. And you can either just deal with it, or you can dispel it with Fina. You can redirect her dispel to your own team. And again, like I said, we'll just reload, we'll swap him to cover, and we'll just hit this repeats. So you can dispel that, and starting at 60%, the boss will begin to do things like Berserk and Stop on your Provoke tank. So you can't prevent Berserk, but you can dispel it if once again you redirect the spell. And for Stop, you can either just dispel the Stop, or you can go immune to it with Lakshmi's buff. I might just dispel it because it's less headache, instead of having to recast the Lakshmi every single turn. But as you can see, like this is phase 1. It's slow. I'm just hitting repeat for the most part. Once the Esper gauge is filled, I'll use an Esper of someone. Here, I'll guard Wilhelm this turn just so he can regenerate. Repeat everyone again. And we're actually not even having to heal because Nicole's regeneration just tops us off. So there's the Esper gauge. Next turn I'll summon an Esper with someone. And we're just gonna repeat this over and over and over and over for probably half an hour or more. And I'm sure no one wants to see that. So I'm gonna fast forward this video, and we'll come back when this first Malboro is almost dead, and we get into phase 2, which is much more interesting. So I will see y'all soon. Alright guys, welcome back. Well, skip forward for y'all, but it's been like half an hour, 40 minutes. It's now turn 54. And as you can see, the Malboro is now down to 2%. So at this point, I think we're ready to kill him. So we're going to go ahead and Limit Burst. And that should do the mission to kill the boss with a Limit Burst. Hopefully, overkill. Okay, excellent. So that was phase 1. As you can see, Wilhelm is berserked. Berserk, Stop, etc. That happens in phase 1. Now we're on phase 2. Okay, so for this, immediately we're going to, well, before we do that, we're going to put up stats and mitigation shield. Let's go ahead and do that first. This is the phase that is quite challenging. The Queen Malboro is weak to physical, strong against magic, and the 3 baby Malboros, it's random per encounter. One of them will be weak to magic and strong against physical, or one of them will be weak to physical and strong against magic, and then the other 2 are the opposite. So we're hoping that 2 of them are weak to physical. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and Limit Burst with Lid. That's a 79% full break on everything, which is very important to survive. Wilhelm is going to AoE cover. That's important because there's a lot of damage coming in this turn. Fina is going to Limit Burst, and the 2 DPS are going to chain on the top small Malboro. Now we're going to hope that this one is the one that is weak to physical, and we'll know after we attack him. Let's see if his life drops fast or not. Okay, it's not even moving. Nope, that's the... Okay, so that's unfortunate. So that means the only one weak to physical of the smalls is the center one. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Okay, anyway, here comes the big damage. Well, the damage is not too big, because we've got the strong break from Lid active. Alright, now we're going to intentionally not damage the big one too much, and especially never with the main DPS, because if you hit the main guy with fire, he starts counterattacking with even more spells, and we don't want to activate that until the smalls are all dead. You see 2 of the smalls went away. They actually jumped. They're dragoons, believe it or not. And they're going to land on Wilhelm in about at the beginning of this round. So we're going to go ahead and put up Wilhelm's Provoke. That gives him mitigation as well. And let's see, we're going to do we're gonna refresh the good breaks on the big boss with Lid. Let's get that going. All right. Nicole is going to put up just some mana regen for now, but first we're going to chain on this one. Now this one is not taking much damage, unfortunately. This is really unfortunate that we got the bad combo. And the one we want to attack is currently in the air, so we can't attack him, which is even more annoying. Alright, I mean, we're working him down. It's alright. Alright, so Fina is going to... We're going to put up... What are we going to do with Fina? That's a good question. Let's put up the mana regen buff while no one's too seriously hurt. Because we've currently got regeneration from Nicole, and that'll top everyone off. Now, there's going to be a lot of damage when these Malboros drop down. Ugh. Okay, that hurt. That might actually kill Nicole. Oh, we got Wilhelm jumping in front. Excellent. Because Wilhelm's provoke was not active yet, which is why they, jumped on Nicole instead of Wilhelm. But now his provoke is active, so we're good. Alright, so we're going to be chaining on this middle Malboro, which is weak to physical, and he should die relatively quick. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and limit break with Lid again. Now, unfortunately, the one that's in the air, the break is going to wear off while he's in the air. So he's going to come down on Wilhelm really hard. So because of that, we're going to guard Wilhelm, because the one in the air has no break active. So we can't refresh it. So let's go ahead and chain on this guy. Actually, first we need to put up stats again. Let's go ahead and put up stats and mitigation. Set that finish. Alright. Now let's chain on this guy. Oh yeah, see how his life is dropping real quick. Because he's weak to physical. And so is the Queen Malboro, by the way, so she'll be dropping pretty quick too when we actually start working on her. But for now, we're going to go ahead and heal. And we're going to put a re-raise on Wilhelm. Because I'm really worried about that guy in the air coming down and doing some major damage to Wilhelm. Whoa! As you can see, yeah, when the break wear off when they jump, it's serious business. And these guys that are broken, they actually aren't even hurting them. So while guarding, the one in the air did almost 13,000 damage to Wilhelm. That's with guarding and his mitigation up. Alright, thankfully, Lid got her limit burst again, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We want to keep that limit burst as often as possible. That's a 79% break, and that makes their damage do almost nothing. So we're going to go ahead and AoE cover again with Wilhelm. We need to heal. I think we need a double heal to get Wilhelm all the way topped off, because he is really hurt. Let's see how much one heal does. One heal brings Wilhelm to 13k. Okay, so one heal would have been enough. But we're okay. So once again, the one we want to kill is in the air. How unfortunate. So we're going to have to kill this one over here. Alright. What did I do with... I think we're just doing... wait, not that. Ugh, come back. We're just doing mana regen with Nicole this round. Okay. we got Lid Limit Burst again. This is the reason you want a Lid geared for Limit Burst fill. So you can Limit Burst every single round just about. And keep all these guys like fully broken. Because we don't want them ever having that break wear off. Because as you saw, just one of them with the break wear off almost took out our tank in one blow. Alright, so we're going to double chain on the physical weak guy who got healed a little bit, but that's okay. So this is not going to kill him. But it'll as long as it doesn't jump this turn, we'll kill him next round. And I think my stats were I should have stat buffed first. That's my mistake. Alright. I think we're gonna limit burst with Fina as well. Just to keep re-raise on everyone. Okay, there we go. Now hopefully the middle one doesn't jump. Okay, the other two jumped, but the middle one did not, so we're good. And we did use Lid's Limit Burst last turn, so it's not going to wear off while they're in the air. It lasts for 2 turns. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and put some long-term breaks on this big guy. Because we're going to be killing the small one right now. Excellent. So let's go ahead and kill one of these Malboros. And once these small Malboros are all taken care of, the fight gets so much easier. Because the problem is not so much the boss's damage, it's the boss's damage combined with all these little ones doing their thing. Alright, so there's 2 of them down. Or 1 of them down, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and put up a cover. I think it's time for mana regen with Nicole. And there's actually we're gonna do mana regen with Fina too. Give us all the manas. Actually, we're giving all the mana to Randy. Everyone else is fine on mana. Randy's the one that just guzzles it constantly. Alright, so as you saw, that damage was, negligible because they had Lid's break. Now Lid's break is worn off at this point. At the end of the round it will, but we're gonna put it back up again, so we're okay. Now these two are strong to physical. We unfortunately got the worst combination. It's random. We got the worst combination. So we're gonna have to start working on this big boss and kill him or her, because otherwise she's gonna keep healing these. They're gonna keep jumping, and we're just never gonna win. So we're gonna have to take out this big guy while these 2 little ones are still alive. I think we covered last turn, so this turn we need to provoke. Alright, so let's start on the big one. I did mana regen last turn, so we're going to do stats and mitigation shield this turn. Let me attack this one this round real quick to make sure he's not weak to physical. I'm pretty sure this one's gonna be strong to physical. Yeah, definitely. He is. He's barely taking damage. Okay. So we'll go ahead and heal and provoke. Yeah, we've got to kill the big one. And there's the jump again. It's really frustrating that we got the bad combo, because once this boss goes down to below 90%, he starts doing his threshold attacks, and the fight gets a lot harder. Like, he seems kind of tame right now, but it does get worse. Alright. So I need to provoke, I think, with him. We're gonna chain. We're gonna chain. We're gonna limit burst with Lid next turn anyway, but I'm not taking any chances. Alright, now we're gonna put up Charm immunity, because this boss actually charms. I think the charm doesn't begin until 60%, but I'm gonna put it up now while I have a free turn. Why is he taking no damage? What is that about? It's weird. Maybe that was a fluke. Alright, so there's the chaining when they come down, but they had Lid's break, so it's okay. And there's the heal. Oh, so irritating. Come on. Enough of that. Alright, let's go ahead and do Lid's Limit Burst. Get all that good break going on. Alright. I think the Malboro just like goes resistant to damage for a turn every now and then or something. Let's see, so we're going to do Stats and Mitigation Shield. And Fina is going to do Mana Regen. Alright, and then we're going to Chain Fire on the big guy. Actually, we're going to do Reagan's big cooldown fire for even more fire damage. Alright, let's get that going. Oh yeah, he's dropping quick. Alright, let's do Mana Regen, because the boss is going to do a Threshold attack this turn, and it's going to break all our stats pretty high, and we're going to have to dispel it, so I'm not going to bother putting up re-raise. Alright, there's the Bad Breath, but they've got Lid's break, so it's going to just tickle. Not a problem. They jumped. Okay. Alright. Now we need to dispel all this bad stuff that they just put on us. So we're going to heal and AoE dispel, and then we're going to redirect that AoE dispel to our team. Because we don't want all those debuffs he put, those like breaks and stat breaks, etc. We're going to provoke with Wilhelm. We need to put up stats and mitigation with Nicole. Wait for that to finish. Yeah, his graphic is like super laggy for his stat buff. I hate it. I wish I could turn it off. Because I actually like playing with graphics on, but some of them are just over the top. Alright. While those are in the air, we're going to go ahead and Charm Immunity with Lid. That's why I asked Ganji to put him on Lakshmi for me, so that she can help out with that on Nicole. Help Nicole out with that is. Alright. Now the thresholds he only does once, by the way, so, you know, the 60% threshold we had last turn, he's not going to do it a second time. That stat break, that is. Alright, now hopefully we get enough limit crystals with the counterattacks, so we can do it with Lid. Oh yeah, she got it, excellent. Yeah, I think Lid's currently rocking 250% limit fill, and then we're getting even more from buffs from Nicole, and buffs from Wilhelm. So, like, you know, all Lid needs is like 1 or 2 crystals to get it every single turn. Alright, so there's that good break. We need to cover with Wilhelm. Let's see here. We did stats last turn, so we're going to do Mana Regen this turn. Fina is going to do the long-term Mana Regen buff. But first we're going to use mana on these two. Let's go ahead and Chain Fire. And this might push him to another threshold at 40%. Let's see. It did. Okay. I'm gonna do this anyway, but we're gonna have to dispel again next turn because he's gonna break our stats again from the 40% threshold. Now, hopefully, these guys jump and make this nice and easy for me. Oh, they're doing a bad route. They're not jumping. That's irritating. Yeah, 'cause there's the stat break. That's why we're taking more damage than usual from the bad breath. I was hoping they would jump to leave us alone for a turn. Okay, so that was the last stat break they're going to do on us, though. So after we deal with this one, we're done with stat breaks. All right, let's see. Dual cast. Where is it? Heal and a. Oh, that's the single dispel. That's the wrong one. I was using the single spell to get rid of the berserk in the first phase, but now I need AoE dispel. All right, so AoE dispel. We'll redirect it to the team. Alright, we're all dispelled. We're going to provoke with Wilhelm. We need to put up stats and mitigation because we just lost it. Unfortunately, because they didn't jump, that means they're going to jump next turn, and that means their limit break debuff would wear off in the air. So we're gonna have to put up a kind of a minor debuff on these two. Where is it? So we're gonna use Lid's AoE 40 or 50% attack and magic break, so that when they jump next turn, they still come down broken. Now it's not gonna be a good break; it's only a 50% as opposed to his limit break 79%. But it should be enough so Wilhelm can survive. I think we're actually gonna guard Wilhelm next turn to even make sure he really survives. Then again, we don't have cover either. No, I'm just going to give Wilhelm re-raise next turn. Because they're going to jump. Oh, they might not jump. They're breathing again. That's actually a good thing. Oh, never mind. There they go. Oh, and Wilhelm got charmed, too. Because I didn't put up charm immunity. Ugh. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna do this break with him. I can't dispel Wilhelm because he needs his provoke all his buffs up for when these come down. I'm gonna go ahead and do charm immunity with Nicole. It's only a 2-turn charm. We might be okay. I'm gonna limit burst with Fina. That's gonna re-raise everyone. 100% re-raise. I have a feeling things are going to go bad when those Malboros come down. I mean, it might not. They do have Lid 50% break. But I mean, these guys hit really hard if you don't have that good break on them. I think there's a threshold at 10%. I think. I'm not 100%. Yep. Got him. Okay, figured that. That's unfortunate. Just don't kill Randy, because Randy loses the duel if he dies. Okay, that wasn't so bad, actually. Only one person died. And now we can get the good break with Lid's Limit Burst. Excellent. Wilhelm did die, though, so we need to put his taunt back up. And we're going to go ahead and kill this irritating Malboro woman. Let's put up, let's see, that, and mitigation. Let's wait for that to finish. Now, as you saw, every now and then the queen goes immune for a turn. And I don't think there's a buff that shows it when she's immune. Yeah, there's no buff, so as long as the queen's not immune this turn, we've got her dead. Let's find out. Oh yeah, she's gone. Okay, so we basically won this fight at this point, with all the missions. Now we gotta finish off these two, but that's no problem at all. Like, all these do is jump and breathe. There's no There's no charm, no debuff. All that craziness is done with. And that big healing shouldn't be happening anymore either, because the queen's dead. But they still jump. Alright. Unfortunately, while they're in the air, I can't do anything. So, whatever. I guess we'll just guard him. I guess we just guard everyone. I don't really have a choice. We'll power charge Randy. Because why not? Yeah. We'll just guard everyone. Nothing we can do. Put up. We'll do some mana regens with the 2 supports. Fill Randy back up. There we go. Alright, excellent. Alright, we need to get a crystal for lid. One more. There it is. Lid limit is ready. But even if not, like these two, just these two by themselves, we could use lid's normal AoE break and it wouldn't be a problem anymore. But it's available, so we're going to use the good one. Let's see, we need a provoke. Stats and mitigation. Now this is going to be kind of a slog because these two, just like the first round guy, they're high spirit or not high spirit, high defense, low spirit. So this is going to take a little while. I might just cut out some of this part of the video as well and come back at the very end. Yeah, this is going to be another irritating grind that's very low risk because these are not going to kill anybody. They're just going to single target Wilhelm. So I'll see y'all again for the finale in a few moments. Alright guys, so it's been 110 turns. Yes, this fight is ridiculous. These little Malboros keep jumping and healing and jumping and healing, and it has taken forever to wear them down. They don't deal any damage. They're no threat. It's just, oh, it's so slow. But I believe this is going to be the killing turn. So we're going to go ahead and first all-out attack with Nicole to get the good buff up. And we're going to chain and chain and really hope this does it. I'm even going to summon an Esper. And just in case it doesn't, I'm going to break. Alright, let's do it. I'm not sure about the timing is for Ramu. I'll probably mess that up. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm doing about 5% per turn. Yeah, okay, that got him. What an exhausting trial. That was annoying. I better have gotten all the missions. Let's see. Was that like an hour and a half? I think it was like about an hour and a half. Stage clear. Alright, I got the shield, which is the main reward. Didn't even level up. Okay, got some limit though, or some trust. Yes, yes. Oh, thank God. I am never coming back to this trial again. All rewards complete. Okay. Wow. Just wow. Well, see y'all for the next trial.